Hello, do you remember some time ago when I made this? If you go back and look through my older videos, you'll see the time that I got myself some polymer clay, super sculpey, and I had a toy handgun. This was actually my second attempt to make a toy gun look like something from a David Cronenberg movie or whatever. I just wanted a gross looking gun, you know. This is my second attempt. The first one I did a really nice job of it, and then I put it in the oven. You can see in the videos if you go have a look, but yeah, I put it in the oven, and then the gun inside underneath the clay just ended up melting and warping, and the whole thing broke apart. And so yeah, I had a second attempt. This is it. And then, you know, I thought the paint job on it was always pretty shit, and then I was going to paint it green, and then the green looked shit as well. So what I've done is I've covered it in what I've done to it, what I've been doing with the other busts recently. If you've seen the gas mask video, same thing. I've used the glossy paint, and I'm going to be covering it in not terribly like slow and kind of crappy opening to a video. I feel like I've already kind of lost the energy. Yeah, I've got this. I've covered it in paint, and it looks quite cool now. I think it looks better than it did. It was all pink before, and I used acrylics, and it weren't very good. But anyway, getting to the point, I've started using, there you go, started using oil paints, and they're working loads better. I don't really know anything about painting models or anything like that. So I didn't really think that oil paints would work as well as they have. But they're coming out really well, and they're drying surprisingly quickly as well, because, you know, oil paints are notorious for taking forever to dry. And you think it would take even longer because I've been using actual oil as well to, like, you know, thin it out a little bit, help it to spread. But yeah, it dries quite quickly and it looks quite good, and I'm just enjoying the fuck out of painting these things. I've done 2 busts now. The gas mask one, which is just such a joy to paint. I love it. You'll see why. You'll see why. First off, I'm going to put down some black because I want to get into all those crevices and stuff. Like, watch this. Like, you tell me this doesn't look like fun. I'm fucking loving doing this. Right, is the camera going to keep zooming in and out because it's too close? Let's have a look. Let's just try that first. Right, okay, the focus seems pretty good. Okay, until I start actually doing something. You can guarantee it, can't you? Fucking modern tech. Right, get a load of black on there, and I'm just going to press it in. Really press it in, try and sink it into all those little, honestly, fucking British accents. There's just no no effort at all, is there? I know I've pointed that out before in previous videos. I give a little less of a fuck these days about my diction, is that the word? But yeah, fucking whatever, what am I on about? Right, so yeah, put all that in there, like that. And sort of just leave it for a second as well, just like do some other bits over here. Get in there, get into those nice little grooves. Oh, there we go, there's our first out of focus problem. Why did it then stay out of focus? Right, okay, just honestly, fucking phones. And there's no there's never any like setting that just says like, oh, press this button if you want the camera to stay in focus at all times. Like, why can't it? You know what I mean? It's 2025. Can we just have camera phones that do what you want them to do? Because it's getting old now. Right, there we are. So leave that on there and then wipe it off. I'm wiping it off with a little piece of tissue paper that I've been using, because when you use a clean piece, it kind of takes off too much. If you use a dirty piece, it kind of takes it off, but also puts this dirtiness back onto it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, you'll see. Let me zoom out just a little bit. There we go. And when we do this, I'm kind of doing it lightly. Like, look how nice that already looks. In terms of, like, you know, trying to make the texture pop and stuff. You see how the oil paints have just seeped into those crevices. And now it's all popping and shit. Look at that. Fucking awesome. And because this paint's got like a nice glossy finish to it, it's just one of those big tubs of paint for painting doors and skirting boards and stuff like that. So there we go, we've got a little bit of that on top, so that looks nice. And then I'm going to go in with some colour as well. Let's go for this dark red, some sort of, I think it's Indian red. There we go. And again, just do the same, just cover it in this, getting into all those little nooks and crannies. So one of those old words where you think, well, people say that, nooks and crannies. I know what a nook is. Like a nook is there's a pub where I live in my town. It was very popular with, like, it's been around for years. I live in a very old town. In fact, it was built in I live in Bideford in North Devon, and it was it started in 1300s. I might have said this before on video, but it's one of the last places in the UK to hang someone for being a witch. If you walk around the town today, you might think they probably still fucking do that. It's a very, it's like walking around a fucking time capsule. Why did I start talking about where I live anyway? What was I on about? God, what the fuck was I on about? I don't know. Anyway, right, wipe this off. I'll come back to that in a minute, whatever the fuck it was I was saying, if I remember. Right. Yeah. So now you've got some nice colour going on in there and shit. I just really like this. It's just so effective. Like, look how easily I've painted that. Like, imagine if like, I mean, the first time I painted this gun, I was doing it with acrylics. So I'm like, okay, here's my paintbrush. I'm just going to paint that little bit in there. Oh, that bit needs painting in here as well. Oh, just wait for that to dry. Oh, down here as well. With this, it's just like, yeah, just stick it on and then just wipe it off. And it just paints everything for you, because it all just falls into those nooks and crannies. That's what I was fucking talking about. Yeah, there's a pub in where I live, and basically it's not even that fucking interesting. It has a nook, which is like a little, it's almost like a little secret space. Not so much a secret, but just like a little hideaway, just like, you know, if you want to sit on your own and have a private conversation, you know, shh. Let's go into the nook. But I don't know what the fuck a cranny is. A crab's fanny, maybe. And by fanny I mean the British slang term, as in vagina. So like, we call vaginas, this is where the video's going already. Over here in the UK we call a vagina a fanny, but I know in America, you guys, that means arse, and you tend to use that word when we're talking about a child's bum. Like, oh no, I think he's got a bit of a rash on his fanny. It's kind of like I mean, it has a different meaning here, so it kind of conjures up a worse image when I say that. I'm not really picturing like a cute little bum with a little bit of a rash on it that needs a bit of cream on it. I'm thinking, oh god, fucking hell, an infected vagina. Once again, what the fuck was I on? Why am I talking about that? I have no idea. Alright. But yeah, look. Isn't that nice? It's giving me like H.R. Geiger, Cronenberg vibe. Because that's just what I wanted to make. I wanted to make this disgusting gun. And I love that glossy sheen stays there even when you apply the paint and wipe it off. Because it's already making it like wet and damp and horrible. Although the bust, which I sprayed with clear varnish today, it did need spraying because it did dull eventually. Like, it kind of lost a bit of the glossiness, and I was like, oh, I've got some clear varnish somewhere, so I sprayed the bust to make it look all gunky and horrible and gloopy and gooey and other such nice words that are fun to say. Let's make that a little bit darker because that's a little bit too light for my liking. There we go, get it in there. You guys seeing this okay? It's not got too much light on it. The lighting in my bedroom absolutely fucking sucks. It really does. Unfortunately, the lighting in every room in my house, my house isn't particularly big. So the rooms aren't particularly big, and unfortunately it's like sitting in a square box with the light right above your head, so you're kind of doomed to, like, you can't not cast a shadow. I mean, where I've got the camera right now, I wanted the camera, well, I can't describe it. Look, there's the camera here, so I have to be careful about where I fucking place things, otherwise you just would have ended up like that, with the fucking shadow going right across it, and it's just annoying. Okay, we're good. Right, get on with it, Sean, for fuck's sake. Really like cramming the black into these nooks and crannies. Oh yeah, I was talking about how, God, man, stick with one thing. Fucking hell, man, honestly. I like cramming the black into the crevices, because then that really helps it to pop, because that really kind of sells the illusion of, you know, there being more depth than there actually is when you've got these nice sort of heavy black areas. And then when you go to wipe it off, I'm going to get in here as well with the black in there. Try and keep it nice and deep looking. Did you hear that? That was my stomach just then. I'm on a diet at the moment. I'm just living on like protein shake things. But they do fill you up, regardless of the growling stomach. They do fill you up. Right, anyway, crab's vagina. There we go. What do you think a crab's vagina looks like? Although, having said that, and going back to H.R. Geiger, I immediately pictured one of those face huggers from the Alien franchise. Not seen the new Alien Romulus. I really like the Alien films, but I thought it looked really good, and then one of my favourite movie reviewers said it's they basically did to Aliens what they did to Star Wars Rogue, was it called Rogue One? Or Star Wars, whatever the first new Star Wars was, with that the female Jedi, and that, I don't know what any of the actors are called, so that doesn't fucking help. Anyway, you know the one. Wasn't it called The Force Awakens or something like that? Where it felt very much like, oh look, the whole family's back together. Oh, what a fantastic reunion of all the characters and all the things that we know and love from Star Wars. Oh, this is guaranteed to do well because it's just a giant nostalgia trip. You know, oh, that's what the fans wanted. Apparently that's kind of what Alien Romulus is, and I was like, oh, no, really? Is it just because Disney bought out Fox, didn't they? So they own that franchise, and it's like, we need to make a new Alien thing, but it can't flop. What do people like? Oh, well, they love nostalgia. Right, make it nostalgic as fuck. Bring back the old characters or whatever. Make lots of callbacks and references to the other films, and, you know, it would be guaranteed to do well. I hate that kind of shit, because it's just pandering, isn't it? It's not making... I mean, there's probably some really cool bits in it. There's some really cool... I think I will watch it at some point, but I'm just very aware when I'm watching it of why it is. The film didn't come about for a labour of love. Do you know what I mean? It's not someone's passion project. It's Disney's passion project, and their passion is making fucking money out of people. You know? Lord knows they're fucking... yeah, that's looking nice. They're fucking live action Disney things that they kept doing. My God. And they're still doing them. Have you seen the fucking Snow White trailer? What a load of fucking shit. I'm sorry, but if you can watch that trailer and think, oh, I think that new Snow White looks really good. It's like, well, you're fucking bonkers then. If you think that looks good, then you think it looks good because you're not into fucking films. So take it from someone who is. You're being played for a fucking fool. If you think that new fucking Star Wars, if the new Snow White looks good. That Little Mermaid one with the fucking, and Lion King, and like, those animals, like, do you remember how fucking good Disney were at making animals? Like, they used to really bring them to life with animation. Go back and watch 101 Dalmatians or Lady and the Tramp, and look at Disney doing animals properly, really bringing animals to life by really capturing their fucking personality. Or Bambi as well, or just any of the old classics. Go back and look at the animals. They're just so perfectly captured because you're using animation and it's a cartoon. You know what I mean? You can get away with so much when you animate it when it's a cartoon. When it's fucking real life, like Sebastian the Crab in the Little Mermaid live action remake, it's like, yeah, but just like, there's no personality there. Like the problem was with the Lion King, that fucking the characters. That's nice. Sorry, I know I'm rambling on, but yeah, the characters had no facial expressions. They didn't look cute or whatever. There's no personality there. Like, I mean, it's hard enough as it is to try and give an animal a character when you're doing live action. And those films that feature like fucking talking dogs, and they always make it so that the dogs have like really expressionate eyebrows. I mean, if you want to see animals done properly, really capturing the personality of animals and going, that is so that animal, that is spot on. Watch Lady and the Tramp and look at the dogs and shit. It's so good. And then go back and watch the live action fucking Lady and the Tramp that just went straight to Disney Plus. It didn't even make it to the fucking cinema. Dog shit. Absolute and it's a film about dogs, so that works. Yeah, just dog shit. I would rather watch Disney's new film called Dog Shit, and it's just all about some CGI dog shit that's sort of rolled underneath a hedge, and the pieces of poo are kind of thinking about like, how do we get out of this? How do we get out of this hedge? They're kind of scared of the world around them. Every time a piece of mouldy old dog shit that's turned white thinks about rolling from underneath the hedge back into society, someone walks past or something, or a woman pushing a stroller or something, they sort of go, oh, quick, get back underneath the hedge, it's not safe out there. I'd rather watch that, genuinely. And like in my head this is already quite a good film, but I don't know what it's called. Under the Hedge, because there was that other film called Over the Hedge, which is really good. I really liked Over the Hedge. Although I kind of feel like if I went back and watched it now that I'm older, I might not enjoy it as much because I'm a cynical fucker. It did, didn't it? Avril Lavigne was in it, and Ozzy Osbourne no, he did the voice of a deer. What are they thinking sometimes when they cast certain people? Ozzy Osbourne did the voice of a deer in Romeo and Juliet, which was crap. Didn't really like that one. But he did the voice of a deer, and it's just like, yeah, but if you're going to cast such a well-known celebrity that when you hear their voice, you can only think about who that celebrity is and what they've done in their career and all that kind of stuff. Wouldn't you just, like, why didn't he do the voice of a bat? Like a sort of fat old bat that can't fly anymore or whatever, and he's all like fucking tired, man. He's like, I flew all the way over from fucking England. I'm knackered. You know what I mean? Like, I could have fucking got him to do the voice of a sleepy old fucking, this old vampire fucking bat. But they didn't. It was a cute deer, wasn't it? Like a cute CGI deer with fucking... Yeah, just... Yeah, anyway. Doesn't that look so much better? It's so quick as well. Like, how quickly have I done this? This is all in 20 minutes. Just, yeah. I like sort of buffering the end. I like buffering certain areas so that glossy whiteness comes through. Look at that. Fucking awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to make some kind of weird Cronenberg-esque kind of gun. I wasn't really even necessarily thinking of the famous handgun that leaks cancerous gas from David Cronenberg's Videodrome. If you've never seen that, if you like gross stuff, if you're watching this right now going, oh, that's really cool, I like gross stuff, but for some reason you're not aware of who David Cronenberg is, go and watch some David Cronenberg films because you will not fucking be disappointed. He's really he kind of put like body horror on the map, and I guess other film nerds would argue no he didn't, someone beat him to it, but he's arguably the most well known, the most popular, you know. But yeah, really good. All of his films are very satirical. They're always sort of saying something about society. If you want a really fucking weird, bleak, depressing, dark, fucking strange, perverted film, which is also really, really fucking good. I'm not putting it down or anything, but check out one he did called Crash. It's called Crash, and it's about essentially people who can only, again with like the satirical commentary about society and stuff, it's about people that can only ejaculate, basically can only orgasm when like involved in a car crash, you know, like when they really need to get off, they need to cause a road accident, and they really get off on like the damage done to the car, or if they've broken their leg or something, then it's a major turn on, you know. It's a really fucking dark, twisted film, and the score to that film as well makes it so much more so much more disturbing and disgusting. Like the score to that film is really good, but it's very just very bleak. It's a real bleak piece of social commentary, you know, but very disturbing. Right, let's do the end of the thing, which, like a Cronenberg film, I was trying to make it look a little bit anusy, just trying to get like the sort of bumhole look. Didn't want it to look exactly like an arsehole, but I mean, it kind of looks like an old woman's prolapsed arse, to be honest, but not that I know what that looks like, but... Or do I? You don't know what I get up to in my spare time. I might be looking at old women's arseholes all the time. Although I can tell you that I'm most definitely fucking not. Right, there we go. Yeah, I need a bigger, longer brush to get into the barrel, because dab a bit of extra oil in there, dip it in the black, and let's just do that until it's covered the inside. I don't want to see any white in there because it completely ruins the illusion of you know, you don't want to see the white in there because then obviously it's just obvious that it hasn't, you know, been painted or whatever. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that would do. That's sort of dark enough. Actually, it's not, because I can still see. Like, no one's ever going to fucking notice. But I notice, and every artist's worst critic is themselves, or whatever the saying is. There we go, get in there. Cronenberg films. They're very, very good. But once again, what the fuck was I saying before that? I can't remember. I'm going to get like fingerprints all over this, but as I'm moving it around. But the good thing is that I can just wipe those off. Like, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean, because of the style. Yeah. I think I want to paint the end of this gun to look more like saw looking, which I think I spoke about in. Let's get some red. Let's just put red on the end of the gun. Hang on. Oh, there's a big old lump of red over here. There we go. Dab it in the oil, make it spread out a little bit more, and let's just give this a real reddy tint, as if, like, you know, the barrel's like really saw looking where it's been used, because it's made out of flesh, you know. So it's like the sawest area of the gun. The saw areas would be like this, the trigger, and the hammer. Let's go around that side as well a little bit. There we go. What was I on about? My brain immediately went, crabs' vaginas. It's like, well, I think I moved on. I think I moved on from that. Oh yeah, I started talking about aliens and stuff and how shit Disney is now, but I think we all fucking know that. Yeah, those remakes where like the animals just have no Ooh, even you guys can see the white that's still in there. You see those two little white dots? Camera, will you fuck off about the focus thing? Just focus. There's always this little white circle on the screen. So say, is this where you want to focus? It's like, well, just focus everything. Do you know what I mean? Not one particular fucking spot. So annoying. Let's get my long brush, dip it in the black again, and let's just keep fucking doing this until it's fucking covered. Get in there. Get in there. Get into that old woman's anus. There we go. And wipe it off a bit. Clean her arsehole up. There we go. Yeah. It's looking good. It's looking way fucking better than it did. Alright. You know what time it is. Time to keep on rolling, baby. Recently binging a lot of Limp Bizkit. That's what that was just then, if you don't know, just quoting Limp Bizkit song. But yeah, God, they were fucking good. They always came with a lot of like, oh my God, Limp Bizkit. But like, what are you on about? They're fucking wicked. Go listen to the first two albums. They're fucking brilliant. So good, so fucking good. So hard as well, man. Like, they just go hard as fuck. Like, the riffs and everything's just so fucking good. It was all just better back then, wasn't it? Disney was better back then. Star Wars was better back then. Fucking music was better. Okay, that's looking nice. I might just go straight into doing the other side, I guess. Am I zoomed in? Oh, right, okay, we're good. Get my manky old dirty cloth. I'm always very aware that I'm doing something on camera. Do you know what I mean? Because there's little things that I'd like to do that I haven't done yet, and I'm just thinking, yeah, whatever. I'll just turn the camera off in a minute, and just do it properly when no one's looking. I'm just doing this so you kind of get the general idea. It's very hard to sort of like get into something when you're It's not hard to get into it. It's just you've got the distraction of like, oh yeah, I'm making a video. Like when I'm drawing on paper. And I'm filming myself. I'm having to sit how I'm sitting now. Like my back is straight. I'm just sitting in a way that I never would, so that I'm not in the way of myself when I'm recording. If you know what I mean? Because I slump right forward on the desk when I'm drawing. I'm like, like a little kid when they're drawing a picture and they're holding a crayon like this, and they're hunched over and they've got like their eyeballs practically touching the fucking paper. That's how I draw. So it's really, so it's a real pain in the ass trying to film myself drawing. Because I'm always in the way of the camera. Zoom in a little bit more. So yeah, I can't quite do things that I would like to do, just because of the awkwardness of how I'm sitting. It just feels too alien, back to aliens again. Oh, okay, right, back to aliens again. Let's go on a bit of a deep one here. Are you guys aware, like you watching this video right now, whoever you are you aware that we're living in a time right now where, so like the people, like the sort of people who you would want to hear confirming the existence of fucking extraterrestrials and shit, and are we being visited or contacted and all that kind of stuff, exactly the sort of people who you want to hear the official verdict from, have all come forward recently in like massive congressional hearings where like the most credible whistleblowers who have worked on like secret projects and all that kind of shit, they've all come forward in the last few years, since about I think 2017, where there was a massive like press hearing where a lot of whistleblowers came forward saying, yes, we've done this, we've done that, we've made contact, there's this is happening, that's happening. Anyway, all these people have come forward and confirmed that we have in our possession a vehicle from a crash retrieval program that is not of this earth, is what the experts have said. That's not what I'm saying. I know when people talk about this kind of thing, it's very easy to just poo-poo what they're saying, and you think, oh yeah, okay. Like if I'm saying it now, it's like, oh yeah, okay, Sean, yeah, what mad conspiracy thing have you been watching? I haven't been watching any fucking mad conspiracy thing. I'm just regurgitating the information that has come from some of the most credible people within inside the military and the government, people that have worked on black projects, that they've confirmed that there is a crash retrieval program for collecting vehicles, off-world vehicles that are not of this earth. That's their wording. And, you know, they're sworn under oath before Congress, and now Congress is really looking into it. Like, oh, holy fuck, sorry, what, there's actually a thing here? That, like, what, genuinely there's a crash retrieval program, and we have in our possession a vehicle that is not of this world. That's official now. Like, that's not like, oh yeah, I've heard that rumour or whatever. Like, no, the confirmation is there now from the people that you would want to fucking hear it from. So much so that really, right now, I shouldn't be making this fucking video. I should be running up and down the street, screaming, banging on my next door neighbour's doors and shit, you know what I mean? Going, fucking, have you heard the news? Have you heard the news? It's fucking mental. Oh my God, they've basically confirmed the existence of fucking aliens. But, like, I'm not doing that. Everyone's still just sitting around, very sedated. Some people know about it, some people don't. When there was a massive leak all about this kind of stuff, but it happened over the course of 2020. So, you know, it got snowed snowed underneath all the fucking coronavirus stuff. But it was out there. Do you know what I mean? Like the US Navy and the Air Force and basically NASA as well. They just all came forward saying, like, yes, we're well aware of some kind of things flying. What's the word? They're flying around in our skies and shit. And I mean, this is what NASA said recently, actually. They said, yes, we are very aware that UFOs are a real thing, or they call them UAPs now, unidentified aerial phenomenon. NASA came forward saying, yes, they really are a real thing, and they say, we don't know what it is, but we're keeping an eye on it. But yes, there really are these aircrafts that are being reported by fucking fighter jet pilots and naval captains and just people within the military and stuff. They've all had these run-ins with these fucking crafts that are able to perform aerial feats that just don't even make any sense. You know what I mean? Just doing 0 to 20 million miles an hour, like straight through the sky without making any noise and all that kind of shit. It's just crazy. You know, all those like weird fucking videos you've seen whenever you've watched something like this, even if you're not really into it, of like, you know, grainy looking footage taken from an aircraft, like military aircraft, of some kind of like weird metallic orb zooming around in the sky. It turns out all of that's true, and they really are a thing, and it's been taken really fucking seriously now, because the idea is, well, the government's approach to it, their approach to or their reasoning for what do you call it, gradually giving us disclosure on it and getting the world prepped to say, yes, we've made fucking contact or whatever. Their reasoning is because, like, oh, well, it might be a national threat or something. What if it's a threat to the security of the earth, you know? But they know what these fucking things are. And when they keep turning around going, oh, we just haven't got a clue, we haven't got a clue, someone at the fucking top knows damn well what they fucking are. And, if you're not really into this kind of thing, I'm really sorry to have bored you for the last 10 minutes or whatever, but you probably should start getting into this sort of fucking thing, because it concerns everybody. We're talking about our world governments admitting to the existence of aliens. is basically, like, as mad as that sounds, that's genuinely the time that we're living in. They basically already confirmed that aliens exist, and no one's batted an eyelid. No one's really talking about it because, oh, have you seen that new game show where you have to get your penis pierced in front of your mum, and if you win, you win £1 billion. Oh yeah, it's really good, isn't it? It's one of my favourite programmes. Like, yeah, cool. Keep being fucking distracted. Just keep distracting yourself and don't worry about the fact that they've confirmed the fucking existence of aliens, and that's actually the fucking time that we're living in now. So, you know, go on, just keep ignoring it. And even after you've watched this video of mine, nah, don't go and look it up. No, don't even stop this video right now to see whether it's fucking true. Don't go and type in, okay, don't go and watch the documentary by James Fox, not James Fox as in Jamie Foxx, a different guy. Go and watch a documentary he made called The Phenomenon. Just go and watch it, and it's all about all these cover-up programs that have been around for fucking years within the government, CIA and blah 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 and all that stuff. Just go watch that documentary and catch up with what's happening in the world, because we're living in a really crazy time, and it's really frustrating just hearing people not knowing about it. And when I still talk, because I still hear people say things like, when I bring this up with people and they go, oh yeah, oh that does sound interesting, yeah. I think that if aliens are real, I think that like it's like, no, look, just not if you think aliens are real. The confirmation is out there now. It is real and it is true. And again, don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm only regurgitating information that I've heard our world governments. Look, just I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop going on. I'm gonna shut up. But yeah, just go look it up, please, and get into it, because we're living in a really crazy time, and not enough people are aware of like the madness that's fucking happening right now, and you kind of need to be, because it's a big deal. Don't you want to know about it? Don't you want to know? Don't you want to know that our world governments are fucking confirming the existence of this shit? Does that not interest you? It fucking involves you, and it's really going to involve you when shit kicks off, but that's a rant for another time. Right, okay, so this is looking nice. It's looking all juicy and gunky and horrible. Off camera though, I will get stuck in more, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Let's get some black into there, try and give it a bit more depth. Cram it in there, or wipe it off. Hey presto, you got a nice bit of depth. Easily could have been misconstrued as an innuendo. Get in there, there we go. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Right. But okay, I'm going to do this bit, and I'm going to fucking just talk about fucking whatever, and then that's basically going to be the end of this, and I'll do the rest on my own away from you guys, and you can see what it looks like at the end. Okay. If you've yeah, I mean, if you what the fuck am I trying to say? If you're someone who regularly watches my videos and shit, and you actually think they're all right, just thank you, because I never know what I'm doing. I know I don't fucking come across as like a YouTuber. I'm not telling anyone to smash that like button and subscribe or whatever. I mean, imagine if my videos did start with, yo, what is up, guys? Okay, so today, this is so crazy. You're going to love it. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video, because I'm going to be painting this gun. And also, I'm doing a competition and a giveaway. And I'm shouting at you right from the beginning. And so just shut up. Like, Who wants to listen to that shit? Every fucking video on YouTube starts with someone shouting at you to get your fucking attention. Just shut up. But at least I'm not like that, right? At least you can just fucking... I mean, if you enjoy listening to me ramble on about any old shit, then, you know, at least you get that from my videos, and you just get to see me fucking actually get on with what you came to see. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're here to see me paint this gun, then that's what I'm fucking doing. I'm not going to keep stopping it to tell you about a sponsor. Today I want to talk to you about BetterHelp. Yeah, do you? Is there anything more fucking disingenuous than listening to your favourite YouTuber or podcaster or whatever pretend that they're not reading a script when they do those sponsored advert bits? You know, I just want to tell you about the new sponsor at the moment, BetterHelp. Everybody sometimes needs help, and that's okay. We can be scared to talk sometimes, but with BetterHelp and their new discount code, you can... It's like, oh, shut up. It's pretending that you're not reading from a script. And if you listen to a lot of podcasts, they always seem to be sponsored by fucking BetterHelp. And they're all pretending to not read the exact same... the exact same fucking script. It's just so disingenuous and fake, and like, they don't give a fuck. They're just doing it because they're going to get some money out of it. Do you know what I mean? They don't give a fuck about the thing that they're sponsored by. It's a load of old fucking bollocks. So just be honest about it. Do you know what I mean? And like, why do... Like if I had a company, if I was some, like, I don't know, I had my own... I don't know why this is the first thing that came to mind, but if I had my own brand of lemonade, and I wanted a podcaster to sell it for me by doing an advert, I wouldn't want them to fake it. I'll just say, I wouldn't give them a script. I'll just say, look, try the lemonade, and then just say what you actually think about it. Oh yeah, it's really nice, it's really lemony, it tastes really fresh. Yeah, I definitely recommend this brand of lemonade, it's really nice. Right, anyway, on with the show. You don't have to all read the exact same fucking script. It's all just so bastard in fucking fake all the fucking time, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's just, can we have some genuineness these days rather than just sounding exactly like the fucking sellout that you are? You know, bloody fuck advertising. And fuck BetterHelp.com as well. There's no way that they're not the fucking Coca-Cola of the mental health world. Do you know what I mean? Because they're everywhere, and you never stop hearing about it. And it's never been so quick and easy to get a fucking psychiatrist. It's just bollocks, isn't it? I mean, they're definitely the Coca-Cola of the fucking... Sorry, I thought I just heard someone walk through my front door, so I just got distracted then, thinking, oh, is someone about to shout up the stairs? Not an axe-wielding homicidal maniac or anything, but just, I don't know, my friend might be walking through the door or something. But it wasn't, it was just something else, I don't know. Probably Marble, my cat, fucking smashing into something. I mean, I could go check. I mean, she might be at the bottom of the stairs dead. She's not. She's not. Right, there we go. Nice. Look at all that detail. Look at those crevices and shit. Right, okay. So, you get the general idea. I'm just going to keep going around it like that and make it look all nice. And what I'm going to say is, if you want to see it complete, then go to my Facebook. Just Facebook, The Art of Sean Talman, and you can find me, and you'll find all the finished photos of this, among lots of other stuff, including the sculptures that you might not have seen or whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, cool. So there you go.